you guys. So we're going to go over the kettlebell swing today. The kettlebell swing is a great place to start with power movement. So if you don't know how to do cleans, you don't know how to do snatches, you want to learn them, your first place to start is with a kettlebell swing. Alright, and I'll show you how to do it with a dumbbell. Maybe you don't have a kettlebell at home. But the swing is such a great movement to learn because it teaches you how to properly drive through the hips and use those glutes as your power rather than trying to squat or stand or use your arms to make up for that strength. So, our kettlebell swing. Alright, now I'm going to demonstrate a few reps. Okay, so we have our Russian swing, which is taking that kettlebell to eye level. And then we have our American swing, which is taking that bell all the way overhead. Okay, now if you notice, my back stays flat, it's locked in. Alright, I hinge from the hips. Okay, so this hinge from the hips is again that key movement to all your power exercises. So, hinging from the hips here, notice I'm basically doing a deadlift as I do my swings. The difference is instead of me dropping my chest all the way down, I'm keeping it to about a 45. Okay, so this is like the end of my range of motion here. We also want to make sure when we do our swing that we don't hyperextend. So a lot of times we're using all these hips and then we push the hips so far that they're no longer supporting the shoulders. So we want to avoid that. We want to keep an upright position. So start off just with deadlifts, picking the bell up. All right, pushing the hips back, my back stays flat. Those knees are going to softly bend. Okay, so knees are over the ankles. I have the deadlift video if you need to reference it. All right, you'll start with that bell at your hips. Okay, from here, we're going to start with just a really gentle swing. Okay, so we don't want the bell to stop moving. If we try to stop it or slow it down, we will not get the swing. Okay, the idea here is to just let it flow. So I'm aggressively squeezing my butt a little bit harder and a little bit harder each time. And you'll notice the harder I drive through those hips, the higher the bell gets. Okay? So again, we want to avoid the arms lifting the bell. Okay? So you'll feel a lot of shoulder, a lot of arms there. We also want to avoid getting the bell up and trying to slow it down. So we don't want to try to prevent the bell from falling. You're safe, it's not going to hurt you. We're going to let the weight of the bell push your hips back. So think of it as those like Newton's balls that were on one end it shoots and then the other end, the last one, comes back out. It's the same concept here. So as the bell comes down, it pushes your hips back. Your hips are loaded now, and now you use your muscle, your nervous system, to drive your hips forward, which in turn pushes the bell back up again. Okay? We also want those elbows to stay soft and close to the body. So a lot of times our arms are so straight that we start to do something like this, where it causes us to over drop or maybe reach. Okay, we want to avoid that. So especially if we're taking the bell to an American swing all the way over the head, we want the bell to stay close to the body. So Russian swing, I'm here again, notice my arms are light, it's just guiding the weight. And if I'm taking it all the way overhead, the bell comes up close to the body and falls close to the body. Okay, so kettlebell swing. If you're doing it with a dumbbell, okay, you're going to hold your bell like so. All right, make sure you have a good grip on it. If it's heavy and kind of slippery, I don't suggest it. But otherwise, same exact movement, same exact motion. All right, the swing for you. Again, it's a great place to start with your power movements to really get that concept down. Thanks for watching.